So what was your general response and reaction to the awesome lecture today? Yes.
I thought it was pretty interesting. Like he brought up new things that I didn't really know, and it was good to learn about that.
What were the things that stuck out?
One thing was the female circumcision he was talking about, and the rights of women, and he brought up a valid point. Like I kind of knew it, but I didn't, about how America, before, women didn't have the same rights. Like they didn't have a right to vote, they didn't have a right to education, and how before, like a century ago, how women in America didn't have the right to vote or like go to school, and how he feels that it's going to change within the Muslim world. I thought that was a very, that was pretty interesting how he brought up compared the two.
Yeah, it makes you think, what was the sort of historical cause that would persuade the Muslim world to change and be progressive like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. What do you think about, was there anything that really stuck out to you in his speech that you took issue with? You thought, oh, that was right on?
I feel like the compassion, I know one thing. When the moderator was saying that the surveys or whatever, something about the surveys and how people don't, I don't know if it was like they don't like Muslims.
Yes, right.
Yeah, and how he said that people don't, most of the people that say that say they don't like Muslims are the ones that don't actually know Muslims, which I think is pretty true. Sorry, which I think is pretty true in a sense.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So what do you think is the dominant American perception of Islam? And do you think that most Americans think there's a moderate Islam and a radical Islam?
I feel like it depends on where you live in America. I feel like living here in California, Southern California, it's very diverse, so people are more accepting. People are more, are a little better, like they're willing to learn more about it. In general, I don't know, I honestly can't say. I feel like I don't know enough, but I feel like the media also...
Whatever is your sense about people's perceptions. So what is your perception generally?
Generally, I don't think it's...
You get a feeling from the media that when certain things are a certain way or the other way?
I think the media overdoes things sometimes, but in general, especially on a college campus, it's not... there isn't that much hate. Maybe now there's a little bit more just because the media has blown it out of proportion, but in general I don't feel that way. But I have never, being Muslim, I have never encountered anything, but I don't know, I can't say. I know I've heard stories where people have gotten like comments that weren't very nice. And
yeah. Okay. That's good. That's good. What is your perception? Like, how does the idea of Sharia law come down to you? How do you see it in your own life and your own family's life? How does it really play out?
I can't answer that. I feel like I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah, exactly. That's the dominant theme. Is like it's not really pertinent to our lives. It's not really like governing our lives, right? Is that kind of how you feel?
I guess it depends on what perception you're looking at it from. I guess being like religious and practicing wise, I guess you do look at Sharia law because it does say, oh, this is obligatory, this is not. So when it comes to like, you know, praying 5 times a day, eating kosher and stuff like that.
Does it feel like it's something that you can do to be more pious?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I
feel. Somewhat kind of removed, like it's not really like, you don't have, like, it's not something, do you feel like you look to Sharia law to like figure out how to live each day and how to get through each moment? Or is it something that's more reserved for like special moments and trying to
It's more of an everyday thing, like just how to live your life.
For yourself.
Oh, for myself? Yeah. I don't know, actually.
Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah.
Yeah, I never thought about that.
Yeah. Yeah, so but for most people, do you hear most of your friends and your family and relatives talking about Sharia law? Or not so much?
Not that often. Huh. Like, I don't know. They'll, not Sharia, but they'll use the Quran as their reference for a certain like interpretation, or if they say you need to do this way, they look at the Quran mostly.
How much does that sort of talk happen in
Quran, like Quran and stuff?
You know, talking about appealing to the Quran, appealing to the Hadith, how much does it actually happen?
It does, like, yeah, how much does it happen in my life?
Yeah, in your friends' lives and so forth.
Well, my family, they're really big on that. Like, we get together every week and we like discuss certain topics. We read the hadiths. Like I read one at least every day, and I try to like interpret it it my way. Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. That's really good of you. Thank you.
That was great. Okay.